Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how I make my spaghetti. And everybody thinks it's a hit every time that I make it. So I just wanted to show you guys how I make it. So I normally use Prego sauce. One is flavored with meat and the other one is Italian sausage and garlic. I normally use those three. Then I use a little chopped onions. I don't like to chop onions. I'm lazy. And then I use the Wegmans ground turkey only because Shoppers ground turkey always stink when you open it up. So I definitely won't be using that. And I just tried this for the first time, but I'm using this Parmesan. It's kind of like a shredded Parmesan. It's not the one that you shake, but like a shredded kind. And then I use the thin spaghetti noodles. Now I normally, with my noodles, I normally use the veggie noodles, but they were all out. And a little olive oil that I sprinkle in there. And that's normally for the noodles, is the olive oil. Yep. So now I'm going to open up my ground turkey. It was definitely hard trying to record and open this turkey up at the same time, but I made it happen. But yeah, so you start by opening that. And I promise you I struggled with trying to get it open. Well, I got it open and now I'm about to put it in the pan. Bloop. Now, I had to take the little film off it. One time I cooked it on it because I forgot that it was on there. So I had to do it that way. But look how this opened up. That is so creepy. It's like somebody just opened their mouth. That was so crazy. But anyway, yeah. So I did that. So now it's time to season it. I normally use the complete seasoning for everything. Chicken, ground turkey, everything. I use that. And another one of my favorites is my garlic powder. I love my garlic powder. I use it on everything, including vegetables. So now I'm just sprinkling it on there. A little sprinkle here and there. I use a little bit of that. Well, I try to cover it, but you'll see that I normally use my seasoning during the whole time that I'm doing it. So I put a little Italian, I think that's Italian seasoning that I'm putting on there. And more garlic powder. I use a lot of garlic powder on every meat that I use. And then now this is just me kind of chopping the meat because I hate for my meat to be real thick or to be real big chunks in it. So I definitely chop it up. I normally use a spatula to chop it into pieces. Okay, then I kind of let it simmer a little bit because you want it to kind of cook throughout. So by chopping and flipping it around and stuff, that'll make it cook throughout. All right, it's starting to get a little brown like me. And it is just me probably about to add just a little bit more something in it, like a little bit more seasoning. Like I said, I do seasons throughout. And try to just like sprinkle it here and there just to get the seasoning throughout the meat. So, yep. And me putting a little bit of olive oil, and that was kind of the first time I did that. But I noticed that with the olive oil, it gives it a little bit of a grease to it. And not that I need the grease, but it gives it like a little bit of a grease. So now it's almost completely brown. So we've pretty much browned our meat throughout. It still has a little bit of a pink tint to it, but it is definitely getting brown enough and almost ready to be put in the pot, the big pot. That's the red one behind it. So this right here is my water. And I have had olive oil in it. I didn't show you guys that part. But this is how I do my noodles when I make spaghetti. So I'm opening up the package, and what I do is I break it up. Just like that, I break it all completely up. And because it makes for more noodles, and because I was making a lot, I wanted to make sure it was enough noodles. Now I'm going to put my onions inside of my meat. So I had to open the package. That took a long time, but that is the finished product with the onions inside of the turkey meat. So yep, now it is time to pour that, because it's completely cooked, inside of my red pot. So this is where I'm going to put everything, combine all ingredients. So here I am pouring the meat in the inside of the pot, and I struggled with that. I done left some of the meat. I don't know if y'all see that fall, but it did. And I poured in there. So then I pour one can, the biggest can, inside of that pan to cover the meats. So that's the first one that I use, is the one that's flavored with meat, but I pour that on top, and I make sure that it's out. I have to shake it until it's completely gone out of it. So I shake it like a salt shaker. Shake it like a salt shaker. I be cracking myself up. But yeah, so I made sure it was completely gone. More garlic powder. Like I said, that is my absolute favorite seasoning, is garlic powder. And you can't go wrong with it, because it's not a lot of like salt. So it's more powder based. And then I stir it up. Like y'all see me doing, I'm stirring it up. And trying to get the sauce throughout the meat. Stir. Yeah, I'm trying to get it all through the meat. So that normally takes a little while. And then I heat the oven up. Of course, it's turned on. And you have to bring that to a complete boil. Next is, now my noodles are actually boiling now. So I'm going to have to eventually switch the pot and pour those noodles inside of my strainer. So that's my noodles. That's ready. So now I had to pour the noodles in the strainer, like I said. And now I am pouring the noodles inside of the whole pan. So now I'm taking the Italian sausage and garlic sauce, and I'm pouring one container in there. And then once that's done, I will get the next container, and I'm going to pour that in here as well. And I make sure that that's all out. Okay, you have to make sure you get it all the crevices, all of that. Then I'm going to pour some more garlic powder. I told y'all I love garlic powder. So I had to sprinkle that in there. Okay. And then a little bit of the Italian seasoning. That gives it the Italian taste. Which I think any of the ingredients give it the Italian taste, but that right there really seals the deal. So I do that, and then I stir it all together. Make sure I stir throughout so that the meat is mixed in with the noodles, mixed in with the sauce, and it's just a stir. So I'm stirring it, and everything. Make sure that it's all put together like that. So we're pretty much done almost. I do have to add my Parmesan cheese that I told you guys about. Now this was my first time, but it was definitely a hit, and I could tell that it was in there. So I poured a whole container of that in there, and so that it could sit up. And it's like that really thick kind of cheese that you would get at the Olive Garden. So I had to stir it all in. I wanted to make sure that it was in throughout all of the spaghetti. And you just keep stirring until they completely disappear. It don't have to sit on top. Now, if you wanted to sit on top, you can have it on top. But I personally wanted it mixed in, because I normally already put the sprinkled Parmesan cheese on mine when I put it inside of my plate. So that's what I normally do with that part. And then just keep kind of stirring it through. And it took a while for it to dissolve completely into the spaghetti. But yeah, I just kept doing it. So then, all right. So then that's how it looks after that. And like I sprinkled a little bit of the other Parmesan cheese in it, but I didn't. That was just of the cheese that I had just put in there. So, yeah, that's pretty much our finished product. Alright, if y'all want some more cooking videos like this, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And I will definitely do more cooking vlogs. I'm actually still learning how to cook a lot of different things. But if y'all think that this is a hit, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.